Hey everybody, we're here today with something a little different on the vlog, but we're going to be talking to Chuck Goldman from Boundless about our new SoftTech Innovation Lab.
So the SoftTech Innovation Lab, it's something that you've been thinking about for a while.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's a lot of great momentum, these upstarts like Ion, Canon, lots of great investment in innovation. Tell me about what your thought process was behind the SoftTech Innovation Lab and what you'd like to see it do.
First, I founded SoftTech with an eye toward technical software development, hence the name SoftTech. I wanted to work on harder projects. I didn't want to write, a recipe app or a small business website or something like that. So our first projects were projects like medical application where they're threading catheters up into the heart and doing analog to digital conversion and doing high-res displays and writing it to a worm drive. And that's back in the 80s, right? So what I'm excited about with the Innovation Lab is not just, talking about, innovation or having like a TED Talk or innovation theater as they call it, but actually getting in and creating something in the process. So this could be a proof of concept or an MVP or something that the innovator can take back with them into their business, whether it's a startup or whether it's an entrepreneur at a large company trying to do something disruptive. And so I see it as a chance for a founder or entrepreneur to get in and actually co-create with these innovators, what we call these 20X, innovators, and apply the technology of today to the product that they're trying to build.
Tell me a little bit about your thought process on how the Innovation Lab is going to empower these executives to be more successful entrepreneurs at their companies.
Yeah. By giving them something to take back to their management, they can sell their idea and show, put it in their hands, right? A lot of times it's hard to sell an executive team on like a dream or an idea when they're just looking at a spec or a sheet of paper. But when you bring something back that's working, whether that's a software prototype that they can click through or it's a hardware prototype that they can show what it is, suddenly the light bulbs go off and then say, hey, I can budget this, I can actually sell this. People want to see and feel things, and this is what's going to empower those guys when they go back and show their upper management what they're really talking about.
Tell us a little bit about your thought process about what value people get from not only the 1 week with the SoftTech Boundless Innovator, the 20X Innovator, but also their certification that they take with them coming out of the SoftTech Innovation Lab from MIT.
A lot of guys that are, I think, at internal, even at the big companies, they haven't necessarily they don't have a lot of background on product development, right? And what the other pieces and other sides of things that they need to know about. And MIT has such a great reputation, and I'm pretty excited that I think we're one of the first to actually partner with them in this way. To actually take back even a certificate that is also going to help them in their careers as well, right? That it's actually learning. And that's something that's important to us at SoftTech, is this idea of constant learning.
Yeah. SoftTech Innovation Lab is not just a new form of accelerator. It's a completely new way to accelerate. Talk to us a little bit about your concept of this new disruption and how technology is disrupting.
The big guys have to be watching out for disruption, because suddenly, you've got Netflix replacing Blockbuster, right? And so you have to have an eye toward what's coming out with technology. What are these startups doing, and how do we respond to that, and make sure what's possible with technology and incorporate that. And the people coming into the lab, they want to know, well, here we have all these unconnected products. How do we make them connected?
In terms of technologies, in terms of what you see as the most important technologies coming up, whether it's machine learning, AI, new forms of IoT, connected devices, where do you see technology going, but with specifically on how it's solving problems? And what are some of these technologies that you see kind of blazing into this disruption 2.0?
Let me just take one example, which is this SuperSight class that's coming up, and focused on what's possible with both augmented reality and virtual reality, and how can you incorporate that into a product or a service. And we did a small version of that class, And I saw like opportunities to even bring that into what our sales process is and how we're working with our internal employees and customers. I think it really gets people thinking about like, well, doing that brainstorming session, it's like, well, how would I apply it?
So thanks for joining us today. Amazing future between Softtek and Boundless as we build this innovation lab together, as we create this ecosystem of innovation at Softtek, and as we empower entrepreneurs to go back to their companies and do great things, launching products, building businesses around the products that has been prototyped in the Softtek Innovation Lab. And we're super excited to take this journey with Chris and his team and move forward into great new things. Thank you very much.